Hello, everybody. I am back with some more takes of Zooming with Kaymitch. I'm excited to be back with them. I have a very special guest coming on soon, and she's waiting on me. So let me go ahead and add her.
Hi.
Hello,
Hold on.
hello. Hold on, I can't see you.
My bad.
There we go. Hello, welcome. Thank you for taking some time out this morning to talk with me and be a part of Zooming with Kaymitch. I'm excited to have you on today.
I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So without further ado, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Okay, I am Lily Griffith. I was a two-year GA at Concord University these past 2 years. I just finished up and I am actually taking a job at North Greenville University and moving in at the end of this month. So I'll be a full-time assistant there. So really excited.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's so big. And I'm happy for you. That's a huge accomplishment just coming out of being a GA. So that's really big. Good,
Thank
good, good. So speaking of I always do my research. I seen that you played basketball. Like you said, you was a GA. So after finishing up your collegiate career, what do you wish you would have known mentally as a player?
Okay, so the biggest thing I wish I would have known is like not to be so hard on myself. I
Mhm.
was very hard mentally and would be mad at myself after each game, not doing enough on my end or like for my team. I felt like sometimes I would fail my teammates or not be a good leader for them. And I just wish I would have like relaxed more, like played because like these moments fly by. Like we're already coaches now, not playing anymore. So I just wish I would have taken every moment in and just realized like hey, you do your best and you move on. But it is what it is. But I'm glad I realized that now to do better in my work field.
Absolutely. I think back too over my time, and I was so hard on myself being a college athlete. And it's like in AAU and high school, it was always fun. It was pressure, but it was never like the pressure like it is now in college. And now, like, I just wish the same thing. I wish I would have been like, okay, let me just have fun instead of, having all this weight on me. But like you said, you live and learn, and like now you can implement it into your coaching and style now and everything. Uh, what uh what have you learned this previous year about being a GA?
I was really able to see like the growth from my first year to my second year, like finding my voice and
Mhm.
building relationships with players because when you first transition from being a player to a coach, like you're young. Like
Right.
I'm only 24 now, so like you feel like you're stepping on toes or like they don't know what you're talking about, like they don't think you know what you're talking about or like just like being young is really hard. So it was really cool to see myself like open up and like develop those relationships with the girls and like being able to connect with them more because I am younger. Like I was just there, I understand. So
Mhm.
it's cool to see like, oh, I'm getting on to the girls now. I'm yelling. I'm like, hey, you're not in your right spots. You know what I'm saying? But also like I'm gonna shoot them a text and be like, hey, like keep your head up. You're gonna do good. Like get it next game. Stuff like that. So it's really cool to just adjust from being like I feel like I was too young and didn't know anything to like actually being able to like get to work now and work on things with the girls. So it was really cool.
Mhm. That's the same position I'm in now. Like I'm headed into my second year, and like I'm kind of finding my voice, kind of like you said, earning their respect of getting to know them, but also like you said, shooting that text because I think it's more like us being younger, we're easier to relate to them. So we know like, okay, this is what I went through. This is how I would want to model and be a coach for them, like how I would want somebody to be for me at that time. So I think that's so amazing. Like how we kind of go through some of the similar things as being a GA and a player and everything. That's so cool. Uh, Next question. How important is mental health to you in college basketball?
Mental health is very, very important to me. I feel like growing up when we did, it kind of got looked over
Mhm.
as
All right. How important is mental health to you in college basketball?
I think mental health is very important even now because when we were growing up, I feel like it got overlooked. We were told to like get through it, be mentally tough, like people didn't take it as serious, I feel like, until now. And it's big. Like it's actually becoming noticeable and seeing how athletes are struggling. So I feel like for like all this time and stuff, it was looked down upon, but it's important to take care of your mental health first. And I always say to everyone that I meet, like, nothing is worth your mental health. Like, if you're not happy, if something's not a fit for you, like, there's no hard feelings for me. Like I get it. Sometimes, basketball might not be for you at the college level, and that's
Right.
okay. You talk to me as a coach. Like I want them to know that because like I struggled some, I would say, with mental health and not really realizing it, but it was just because I was so passionate about the game that I
Mhm.
would my head and not talk to anyone. And I wish I would. So I want to be that outlet for athletes and realize like, hey, your mental health is important. And if you have to take a couple days, take a couple days because nothing's worth ruining that because you need your mental later on. Like basketball is going to stop one day.
Absolutely. That I think that's so key, and I loved how you worded that. But I was reading something and it was like mental health is not mental toughness. So you can be mentally tough, but you still have to be able to have that healthy mindset of okay, like you said, it's life outside of basketball. At one point in time, it will stop bouncing for us. And like you said, being that outlet to be able to, okay, this is mental health. This need to be important and at the forefront. What do you try to teach your players daily now?
I think at my level, I want them to know that like at D2, obviously most aren't going to play after.
Mhm.
And I would say that if they are doing everything they can on and off the court and giving their all and their effort every day and living right, that good things are going to come their way. So
Mhm.
I want them to know like, yeah, maybe you don't get your 1,000, you don't do exactly what you want, but like you accomplished something great by playing basketball in college, getting your degree, you're going to do great in life because you gave your all while you were here playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest thing is give your all, give your most effort, and keep on moving because life's going to come and you're going to do great in that too if you do that here.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Last question. What is the biggest misconception to you surrounding Division two basketball?
So I was an NAIA kid, so I was a little different. Everybody talks bad about lower divisions and everything, and oh, D1's the only thing that matters, all this and that. I did realize that there are really great athletes at the Division 2 level. And I
Mhm.
like, especially on the girls' side, like girls don't care as much as about division as men do.
Right.
And I think that like some people look down on girls and they're like, oh, like you're at a D2 school, it's not that big of a deal. But like it is, there are great athletes that come through here that could compete at the D1 level
Oh,
and
yeah. Mhm.
stay home. Like they didn't want to go far from home or like something came up with a family member or something. They wanna
For
come
the
back.
opportunity. Yeah.
It's just an opportunity. And I feel like also like for a girl, it's a big family atmosphere. That's important to a lot of people. And I feel like you feel closer and tight knit at this level. But it's really crazy because there's really great athletes at this level. And I wish like we weren't just looked at as D2. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the biggest misconception I've seen. Like, man, we could compete with some people. Like we had some good girls like in the league and stuff that we were in. So I don't think it matters what division you're playing at. Like you're great either way, and you're playing in college, so who cares?
You hit that on the head because like you said, we both know that it's some Division two teams that can beat some D1 teams. It's some Division two players that could be D1 right now. It's some Division one players that should be D2, and so it's just I think it's all about opportunity, like you said, like issues or just somebody wanting to stay close to home, a family atmosphere, that they get from being at that D2. And I feel like you said, it doesn't really matter what level you play at. Basketball is basketball. Like we still shooting the same hoops. And so as long as you're getting that degree, it doesn't matter what it don't say Division 2 when you get that graded. And so I think you just hit that right on the head about Division 2 and just the misconceptions because it is, like I said, a lot of great teams, a lot of great players from that division. And like we said, basketball is basketball either way. So that just concluded the take, and I'm just so happy to have had you on here to gain a lot of insight, to learn about your journey. Congratulations again. I can't wait to see what you do there. And so I'm just excited for you, and I appreciate you being on today.
Thank you so much. Anytime, call me. Of
We'll be in touch. Thank you.
course.